Welcome back to Let's Talk Zoning. I'm your host, Rosetta Taylor, and today we have a special guest, Robin Rednose Lewis. Robin, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Rosetta. How are you?
I'm doing great. First, I want to thank you for volunteering your time because time is so precious to be a part of this podcast. Let's Talk Zoning is on a journey, and I appreciate you being a part of that journey.
Of course. Thank you for the invite.
So let's jump right into it. This podcast today is going to be about how we balance the work life and home life. And so tell me a little bit about your idea of balance with respect to like work and home.
Well, I thought it was very kind of peculiar that you would ask me for this topic, but I appreciate it because it is something that I am currently honestly working on. I want to be better in the balance of what that looks like. I think our uh, roles at our current employers and the roles that we hold there are very demanding. And if we allow them, they will, of course, eat into our day and evening and well into the night just because of the demand. Uh,
Yes.
but I think it's become evident in, for instance, my health that I have to now be very proactive in balancing my personal, uh, my work, and my self care.
Yes.
So it's become a topic of great importance to me in the recent months.
Oh, that's good. I know one thing I tell myself is before I log on for the day, I have to go do something physical. So, the past few months, I've been going to a nature trail, or just any type of walking trail, knock out a couple of miles or a few miles, and then come home and start getting ready for the workday because self care is important. So I appreciate that. I think a question that a lot of people, when you're starting off your balance journey with work and home life, a question that is asked is, "Am I spending enough quality time doing what I really want?" So for you, I'm going to ask you that question. Do you feel like you're spending enough quality time doing what you really want to do?
Honestly, no. I actually, that's almost part of my self care. Um, I think for so long I've been career focused and I've forgotten what it is that I like to do. Um, One of the
Yeah.
things, I have forgotten that those things that bring me a lot of enjoyment, and also just making time for new things. Like recently, I planted a flower bed, and so one of the things I do first thing in the morning, while my coffee is brewing, is go outside for 30 minutes and water my flowers and just sit outside and in my screened in little area because I don't like insects, but
Right.
but just taking in the outdoor air and the sounds and just I even have made a point now to not take my phone or iPad with me when I go, so I can be really intentional about the time that I have out there. And I'm meditating and I'm just looking around at, the sunrise, and just being really thankful that I have another day.
Yeah. That's really nice. That sounds very calming mentally.
I think that's huge. It's again because our jobs are demanding.
Yeah.
I need that time,
Yep.
and when I miss it, I can you don't, it's kind of like taking your vitamins or certain supplements. You don't know how good they are for you until you stop taking them.
Mm.
And it's like joint supplements. You don't know how much your joints are hurting until you stop taking your joint supplements, and you're like, "Oh, that's what they were doing. They were, helping me bend my knees."
Yeah.
So
No, I understand. I understand. Do you think remote workers have a work life balance problem, like being a remote worker, working from home?
I think it depends on the person and their work ethic to begin with. In my experience, personal experience, I have had that problem because it's easy to start your day in front of your, uh, at your desk, in front of your
Hmm.
computer, and before you know it, it's noon, and you haven't even gotten up to get dressed, take that moment outside to breathe in some fresh air. I haven't even walked downstairs to get my coffee sometimes.
Mm,
So but then there are in my professional experience, there are some people that don't have didn't have a good work ethic to begin with,
hmm.
and I think it kind of hinders their growth process. So I think you as an individual have to be honest about what you need to get the work done.
Yeah. I think for me, when I first started working from home about over 7 years ago, uh, I didn't have it wasn't a balance challenge for me because I just kind of stuck to my regular work schedule that I would if I was like physically at work. Um, so I think I appreciate, I do have great work ethic too. So I think that's part of it. Like you said, depends on your work ethic. So I think having great work ethic does help with balancing the remote working. And not everybody can work independently. Let's say that. It's not that they have bad work ethic. They're just not able to work independently. So if
That's
you're not
true.
able to work
Yeah,
independently, it's not going to work out for you as a remote worker.
that's true. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah.
Because you could have great work ethic and just not be like that independent worker. Yeah. So that's really the three main questions that I wanted to ask. I know you had a quote that you wanted to share as well, which I thought was very deep.
It is, and I had seen that quote before, and it was actually one of the reasons why I started on my little journey to wellness and making self care a priority. And it said, and I don't have it in front of me. Do you have it in front of you? You
I
can read
do.
it.
I came prepared because I have great work ethic.
Oh,
So so
okay.
okay, so you sent this to me, and when I read it, I said, okay, I like that. It says if you don't schedule a break, your body will take one for you, and it probably won't be at a convenient time. Now, this is what I thought about when I read this was portfolio season,
Yes.
right? If we don't take those little breaks that we need before portfolio season come, we gonna pay for it after during the middle of portfolio season.
Right.
You
Right.
so yeah, I thought about that. Because our job definitely is seasonal.
Yes.
When we get hit pretty hard. So yeah, I appreciate that. Again, work and balancing home life and work. I know for me, my children are older now, and you met me when my children were younger, and
Right.
when we were physically in an office, and during that time being able to balance like work and then going home to your family, it definitely you needed energy. You needed energy, and I'm not talking about coffee, I'm talking about mental energy. And so for me it was actually harder physically going to the office and having that physical energy to still be able to take care of home. So I feel so grateful and blessed that I'm able to just be home now and be a remote worker with my with along with my children being here.
Yeah. You are so disciplined. Honestly, I've always viewed you as a very disciplined person. So I thought that the way you managed, all of the busyness at work, and then still had all of the activities for your little ones, I was like, I don't even know if I could have done that because by then when we met, my daughter was in college
Yeah, in college. Yeah.
and away from home, and it was just me. So it, I was able to, and I was new to the industry,
Mm-hmm.
so I was able to pour all of my focus into learning everything I could about this industry, and it's paid off. Uh, but now I'm married 5 years next month,
Oh.
and have a stepson, 9-year-old stepson. So I'm kind of we got reverse roles here.
Look, I'm almost done. You started
Yeah,
over.
yeah, and he's a handful. So we try to and we're older parents. We're not, you were young at the time.
Yeah.
We're not. We're older parents, and I think when you get older and your career advances along, as it advances, you become so focused on work that you forget that, oh yeah, we have this, little person still that needs our attention. So um, that is something that I'm working through right now. My husband's working through because his career is, also in a place where his job is demanding,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been we're still learning. We're still walking through it. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't get it right all of the time.
Yeah.
And these little kids nowadays, oh my gosh, they require a lot more attention than I recall my daughter ever needing from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, they have their own schedules. The older they get, they have things they want to do and be involved in. And so now it's like, okay, so it's not just about me going to do this. I got to assure I put them in my schedule too. So, but yeah,
And technology, the technology now, I mean, just as, he just wants to be in some of everything. It's hard to figure out even what he likes to do so that we could just like focus on that one thing. We have to do several things.
yeah. So before we end the podcast, I did want to give you your flowers, sis, because you have come so far in your career, and to see you in the position that you're in now, it's
Oh, thank you.
always admired seeing you during your journey, meeting you for the first time in the setting that we were in. And I just want to give you your flowers. And I
Well, thank you.
appreciate all your support during my journey. Because it was times, and I don't share this, it was times you would cook dinner for me and my family, and we appreciated that chicken Alfredo, Robin.
Well, I
Look,
had
I'm
time on
like,
my
where's the
hands.
recipe? They be thinking about that. So, I appreciate that. But thanks for coming on Let's Talk Zoning. And I did want to give you your flowers while you're on here.
Well, thank you. Same for you. I think we've been on this journey together, and I appreciate your friendship through all of these years and all of the ups and downs and changes. And
Yes.
honestly, if it weren't for you, I would probably still be in the same location I was
Oh,
when we met.
yeah.
So, thank you for the opportunity that you provided to me. And I had the faith because
Yeah.
that's what it took to to step out and try it, and then from there it has, I mean, the sky has been the limit.
Yeah. Got
And
to get uncomfortable. Sometimes we get so comfortable in one setting, but you got to go get uncomfortable to grow,
yes,
So,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
think we both took those steps of getting uncomfortable.
yes, and we're not finished, so world, watch out.
Right, right. It's not over. We still got energy while we're trying
Yeah,
to balance things.
yeah,
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast. I don't like to go over 20 minutes because everybody's attention spans. Everybody's busy. So
yeah.
we're just gonna end it there. Thanks again, everybody. Please check out Let's Talk Zoning and subscribe to our YouTube station and have a great night. Bye.